Welcome to Up All Night DIY. I'm Monica. Thanks for joining me. Christmas wouldn't be complete without a whimsical gingerbread house. Let's get into it. With my scroll saw, I cut my house from 3/4 inch pine. I wanted it to be reminiscent of Dr. Seuss, kind of. Cartoonish, you know what I mean? So I'm going to base coat the cookie part of the house with Ceramcoat Spiced Tan. I'll give it 2 applications, including the base. So today I'm participating in the Crazy About Gingerbread challenge, hosted by Jacque of Jacque Russell Creates, Melissa of Buckeye Girls Decor and Lifestyle, and Teri of The Robin's Nest. Please be sure to check out their channels for some more gingerbread inspiration. I have their links in the description box below. So these are wee cupcake trees along the side of the house, and all of the icing will get 2 coats of Ceramcoat white. I want a candy cane striped door frame, so I'll paint a white arch around the opening. One of the things I've always loved to incorporate into my Christmas decor is the Christmas candy aesthetic. I think it's just so much fun, reminds me of childhood, and it's delicious. I mixed up my own green. I wanted something creamy, but I didn't want it to be too soft, so I mixed Ceramcoat Jubilee with white until I got the color I was looking for. And I'm going to use this on the cupcake liners and the candy on the chimney, and they'll both get 2 coats. I'm using a stamp and some white acrylic paint to add a swirl to my chimney candy. I love using these stamps. They're like a spongy foam, and they come in really handy for embellishments. I've had this one for years. The cherries on the cupcakes will get 2 coats of watermelon. I'll also use watermelon to stripe the archway above the door. I'm giving the stripes a slight curve as they make their way up and around that archway. The chimney is a peppermint stick, so I'll stripe that while I'm at it. The archway is getting some holly leaves above it, and I'm using my mixed green for that. I'm also going to use Jubilee green to outline the leaves. I striped the arch with the Jubilee as well, right between the red and a couple of stripes on the chimney. I also add stripes with my green mix in the center of the red stripes on the arch. The cupcake liners will get watermelon and Jubilee dots, because you know, I love me some dots. The 2 bottom holly berries are Americana Santa Red, and the top one will be watermelon, and I'm just using a dowel to do this. A paintbrush handle would work too. So I have this braided piece of trim that I'll paint to look like candy using my green mix, watermelon, and Jubilee. So I'm doing my best to keep this nice and tidy, but it's okay because the divisions in between each little swirly bit are going to get some white puff paint shortly, so it'll hide any mistakes. So here I'm just going in between the separations of color with the white puff paint, and it'll get a sprinkle of sugar glitter or diamond dust. Now I grab my floating medium and I'll shade the house. I prep my brush with the medium, side load by scooping some Ceramcoat Toffee onto one corner of my brush. I'll stroke my brush on my plate to load the bristles, and with the paint side of the brush to the edge of the icing, I'll shade right under those dips of icing, reloading my brush as needed. And I shade around the holly and the arch as well. And of course I'm pulling out one of my favorite colors, Tropic Bay, and I'll shade the chimney and the arch with the Tropic Bay. As always, I'll have all the paint colors and brands listed in the description box for you. The chimney candy, the holly, and the cupcake liners are all shaded with Jubilee green. I'm using Santa Red to shade the cherries just along the edge there. With white and my liner brush, I'll add some highlights, just simple strokes. And I'll dot white highlights onto my berries with the back of my paintbrush. I've cut a thin piece of plastic in the shape of the window, which I'll hot glue into place. This is similar to those plastic cutting boards from Dollar Tree. It has a nice frosted effect to it. I add some texture to the icing by applying JoSonja texture paste mixed with white paint. You can also use caulk or spackle for this. I didn't have any on hand, but I did have this JoSonja texture paste, which I love. So it'll give you the same effect basically. And I'm just using a paintbrush to apply it to the roof and also to the chimney. Now you can see I taped off the chimney to make the application easier. I'm adding this using like a swooping motion. I want this to look like real icing. When it dries, it will maintain the peaks and the texture. I fill in the whole roof in this way. To embellish the roof, I'll press some faux candy into the paste while it's wet. I made these candies from polymer clay, and I'm using some more paste on the back of the larger pieces just to make sure that they stay put. That little heart there, that's from one of those mixed bags of like cabochons and glass beads. They came in red and pink hearts. These little pieces are also from polymer clay. I just rolled the polymer clay into a ball and cut them in half, and then I just baked them according to the package directions. With the candy in place, I'll outline the icing with puff paint to give it a more finished edge. And I'll add some sparkle with glamour dust. I frost the cupcake trees with Snow-Tex. I'm really just giving it a thin coat, pushing that Snow-Tex out with the brush to make sure that it has the texture, but I want it to dry quickly, so I don't want it to be globby. You know what I mean? I make sure that whole surface is covered. And I'm also going to lightly frame the arch with the Snow-Tex, as well as the chimney candy. I could have used just white paint to do this, but I really wanted a little bit of that texture along here. And just a wee bit at the top of the candy there. I add some swirls next to the window using my stamp again. I filled a pastry bag with some modeling paste that I mixed with my green paint mixture, and I'm going to pipe that right around the window. Now, you can use spackle or caulk for this too, or you can outline it with faux candy, whatever you like. But I really wanted to pull in some more of that soft green. I love that color. I think it turned out so pretty. And I'm coming in with Tropic Bay to dab highlights onto the cupcakes. I glue the twisted trim to the front of the base, just using wood glue. And I glue the house to the base with wood glue and a wee bit of hot glue. This is just to hold it in place because I'll use corner braces to secure it permanently. I'm lining it up right along the edge. I'm marking where my screws will go on the corner braces, and I'll drill pilot holes, and then I'll screw the braces into place. These braces are 1.5 inches, and they get 4 screws. I picked them up at Home Depot for a little more than $1. You get 4 in a bag. I want to add a lighting element, so to hold that into place, I'm using these L-shaped hooks. I'm going to drill pilot holes, and I'll twist them into position. This is one of those single socket elements. I got this at Michael's. It's the kind you use in jack-o'-lanterns. It sits right on the hooks, and I'll use my staple gun to tack down the cord. I'm going to glue on some mints alongside the cupcakes to fill in that negative space. I embellished the base with more Snow-Tex and sugar glitter. I'm adding the Snow-Tex right at the top of that twisted trim just to kind of give it a finished look. A little sugar glitter for sparkle. And now I'll screw in my red cherry bowl. And as always, I will seal this with a clear matte spray. To finish it off, I added a battery-operated candle and a sprig of holly. This is so much fun. I love the way this turned out. I hope you like it too. Thanks to Jacque, Melissa, and Teri for hosting and for including me. Please be sure to check out their channels as well as the playlist and show some love. You'll find links in the description box along with the list of my supplies. I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope Santa brings you everything on your list. Stay creative, my friends. Thanks for hanging with me. See you next time. Up all night with Monica.